To all of you, my greetings. I am going to talk about that a transformative vision for India in 2047. How India will look like in 2047. That's what we are going to see in terms of economic prosperity, energy, space dominance, military might, industry absorbing new technologies, skill and creativity for youth, transparent leadership, and sustainable development and happiness to the people. Is what I'm going to cover in this short presentation. To look at India 2000 years before we were the leaders of the world, we crashed because of the innovations, non-participation of industrial revolution, and also rising population. After independence, we probably worked on the, feeding the people in agriculture, and also slowly started the industries. The remarkable event which took place in 1991 gave us an economic revival. The globalized economy came. Fortunately, that time the information age also came, which gave jobs to our millions of youth. So we are today in the knowledge age with innovation and technology and looking at the developed status for India. And with 800 million youth being there, if we can give them the skill set required and also make them to contribute for national development projects, we will definitely achieve the goal which we are aiming for 2047. Attempt was made in early 96 to follow a Vision 2020 technology vision under Dr. Abdul Kalam's leadership, with 500 scientists contributing for 2 years, producing 17 volumes of reports, highlighting the importance of agriculture and agro food processing for food security, education and healthcare for the social security and employment, infrastructure development, including the development of the rural areas, that is called providing urban amenities in rural areas, and crucial sectors in power and also networking the rivers. These are another area where we looked at it. And information, communication, AI technology, how it is going to give experience and massive employment to the people. And also in industries, critical technologies and strategic industries, we looked at it. The whole idea is the GDP growth rates from 7 should go to more than 10% and sustained. And the poverty should come down from the percent 20 to 22% to less than 10%. These are the goal aimed at, and partially we achieved, but we have got a lot of things to do. And looking at the economy, as I was telling you just 1 hour before, the world economy trend is showing that India is going to, move up in the economy because of the growth rate. We are attempting to get about 8%, 8 to 8.5% GDP growth. And in that case, by 2047, India will become equal to USA and may overtake them and become number 2 after China. But China will be far ahead of USA. So this is what the trend is, and there is definitely possibility provided we all work together that and there's a stable government. See, economic and social transition and sustainable development can happen only if we leapfrog in innovations. So the value addition to our raw material, then technology utilization, entrepreneurship, the startups are all going to help us to get product competitiveness. And at the same time, we should look at the better environment for us so that we don't contribute for the, for the increase in the green gas. Technological innovations can affect the most fundamental changes in the ground rules of economic competitiveness and environment, resulting sustainable development. So what is needed is innovation. So innovation, when you look at it, innovation comes to the world once in 50 years it comes. If you look at the trend of innovation, normal healthy economy is that which is constantly being disrupted by technological innovation. So what is needed for us for 2047 is technological innovation. You see the waves which have come. First wave in 1785 to 1845, nearly 60 years, cotton and water power. That was the major thrust areas in the first wave. Second wave, railway, steam, mechanization. Third wave, heavy engineering, electricity. Fourth wave, petrochemicals, electronics, aviation, space came. And fifth wave, software, digital. And what is going to happen for the sixth wave? This is what has happened. Disruptive events have made these innovations happen. So during the World War I and II, many things happened. Cold War, new technologies came, and also the formidable progress came in the space during that time. And in industries have come up. WWF came, and we tested the nuclear power and showed to the world that we are also nuclear weapon states. And we have got the missiles loaded with the nuclear weapon as well, and also the fastest supersonic missile we have. So these are the various events which have changed our, the economic situation. So what is the potential driver for sixth wave of innovation for the next 25 years? If you see generative AI, nanobio, robotics, autonomous systems, hypersonic, laser, photonics, network. These are the things which are going to, drive the next innovation. And we are moving to algorithmic intelligence with quantum computing, and leading to many, many new products like biology. We are looking at the brain on a chip. Energy is a big area where we are going to work on that. Space resources, bringing resources from the space. These are the things which are going to happen. So this will lead to the next revolution in the innovation. We are looking at from 4.0 of the industry to 5.0, where the AI is going to dominate, the sustainability is going to dominate, and also the 6G will come very soon. So sustainability, resilience to industries, human-centric, these are the aspects which are being looked at for the 5.0. So what is going to happen is the robotics coming in a big way. Everything will become robots in operation. So evolution of this industrial robotics will change the course of manufacturing. And you can also see that we are looking at a robotic girl going into the space, the first mission of human space program. So many things are going to happen in agriculture, in the precision farming, all these areas, robotics they are going to play a very big role. And so robotics just moving to, not only the machine learning, deep learning, they're all combining to generative AI. And that is also has got a very big influence in the design and also the data management. It's going to happen. So this is another area where you will see a lot of changes going to happen. We will become more efficient. Industries have already reported by implementing AI, 25% of the saving has happened. So that means this is going to have a big revolution in the manufacturing. So the generative AI and the future of work is going to change. AI-enabled worker will also change. So the tremendous change is going to come. In that process, there is one thing coming up called AGI. So the AGI, artificial general intelligence, is another area where we are talking about machine intelligence. So machine intelligence in a big way when it comes. If you look at these three things, artificial narrow intelligence, which we are doing now, and then artificial general intelligence, which is AGI, about 2040, it's going to come, which will definitely take away the man's work. That is, it become human intelligence. And then later we are going to see artificial super intelligence. So that will be later by 2047 when we say we are going to be having artificial super intelligence. This will demonstrate intelligence beyond human capabilities. This is what they say. They say humanity will be at risk. This is the prediction. So the society is moving to super smart society with the 5.0 coming up, human robot they have to work together. Bioeconomy, robotics and AI, renewable resources, bionics, sustainability, these are the focus for the 5.0. And in the human 5.0, society 5.0 also will have a remarkable change. And all the youngsters whom we have, they will all form part of the super smart society. So with this, where do we, this is a trend in the world. Where do we go in India? You look at India, India is definitely moving ahead. We have moved ahead in space in a big way. We are now one of the four countries we have. We are, and then in the defense, we have made remarkable progress. Communication and also the computing, quantum computing, we are going ahead. And then in the agriculture, we are going for precision ahead. And the trend shows that 2047, we may go to 46 to 50 trillion economy and 1 billion skilled youth. The population will be 1.7. Out of that 1 billion will be the skilled youth. So the ratio of the skilled youth is also going to increase. So this is what is the trend shows. And if you see that we have demonstrated nuclear power, we are now concentrating on the thorium, use of thorium, because we have 1/4 of the world reserve. So we are going to talk about the thorium-based energy generation. Another one is called fusion technology. So International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor, we are participating to master the technology. We are contributing 10%. The big structure has been made by Larsen and Toubro and is being installed there at France. And 500 megawatt this reactor is going to be commissioned within the next 1 year. And this is going to be a very remarkable progress in the fusion technology. And our Institute of Plasma Research, who are participating in this whole program, is supposed to absorb this technology and go ahead with the new reactors for us. So fusion reaction is going to be the order of the requirement for next coming decade. And in the space, we have now done remarkably well in the launch vehicle, satellites, remote sensing, communication, and the navigation. Navigation is going to have further improvements so that we'll be having our own GPS for the people to use. And we are also going for a big program studying the other planets and also the human space program and having our own platform like International Space Station. We are going to have our own space station. So this is the way we are now moving ahead in space program. And the application wise, one application for space program is going to be the precision farming to increase our production to more than 400 million tons. And one of the successful startup, SATSHA, has demonstrated how precision farming can be done using the satellite data, drones, and AI. So the ISRO, which has started the space program now, getting into more business. So that's why the space program is now open to many startups, and the 435 foreign satellites from 36 countries have been launched by ISRO, and there's going to be a huge market. Nearly $50 billion per year market is there for small satellites. So this is what is being attempted to see that we get a certain percentage of this market for us. So space economy is going to be a very important thing for the years to come. One is the space tourism. From 2030 onwards, space tourism will become a business. And then we are looking at 1.8 trillion opportunity in the global economy situation going to happen in these space opportunities. Not only just space tourism, even fuel filling of the satellites, increasing the life of satellites is another area. Removing debris is another area. So we are looking at various options in the space economy. Opportunities are there. These are all looked at by the youngsters who have started space startups. These innovative space startups, we have got 51 of them. 24 of them progressing very well. They have launched their own rockets, and they are trying to capture market from not only from India, from abroad. And small satellites, number of industries have come, and we have now 1,40,000 startups are there in India, and more than 1,000 crore have been invested in the startups by private venture capitalists, and government has decided to set up another 1,000 crore VC for space startups, only for space. So that's why these youngsters who are very much interested in getting into space startups, they have got a great opportunity to make this as a big business. Chandrayaan and human space program, we have seen it's a very remarkable achievement has been made by ISRO and the Chandrayaan program. Now the astronauts are trained by by Russia, and we are there now to go ahead on this. One of them will be going in the ISS, the American support, International Space Station, and subsequently we will be having our own space flights. All the technologies are being finalized now, and we will be having our own space station, which is going to come in within the next 5 years. And the target is 2040, we'll be having our landing on the moon. Indian lands on the moon in 2040, and 47 we'll be having the moon industry. This is the overall plan for the space program. So ISRO has laid out a new big plan of moon landing with the new space vehicles, new human missions, and also looking at the lunar base 2046. So this is what the plan is. So why moon? The moon has got a lot of good materials. One of them is helium-3, which is the energy material without any radioactivity. So this helium-3, millions of tons are available as dust form on the surface of the moon due to the high energy particles imparted from the sun. And this is going to be harvested, and we can bring it here, or we can produce the energy there. So these are the future plans which are going to come. So this is amenable for fusion energy only. Helium-3 with helium-3, you have to use it as a fusion energy material. So that's why the fusion reactor, which we are going to develop, will become very, very important. So not only we, the Americans are planning to land in 2026 onwards, the colonization of the moon will start, and the Russia and China have joined together to establish their station. That will be 2029. So there's already move is there by the 3 countries. So we'll be the 4th country to look at this station on the moon. Another very important application of space research, what we are now doing, is having solar power satellite. We want to get all the 24 hours the sun's availability for generating power. So the global energy and water missions can be augmented on regular basis by solar power satellites. So this platform can be built and put it in the geostationary orbit for continuous supply of the energy. This is a big program which will come in the future. So looking at the war theater in the defense area, we moved on from human-centric to platform-centric. Now we are in the network-centric, with the future war, intelligent and autonomous systems. The war can take place in space using high-power microwaves or missile to missile, or using kinetic energy lasers, or between the two, submarines, nuclear submarines underwater. All these areas are possible for war. So interoperability, standoff weapons, then the drones with high power microwave, and then sensor networking, stealth, cyber warfare, these are all going to dominate the future war. So when you go for a future war, you have to see the war takes place in an integrated manner in a short time. That means you need command, control, communication, computer, intelligence, together operating with smart sensors and platforms using precision guided weapons. So this is going to be the future war, which will be, which will come into the scene if there's a third world war. So these are space to space systems, space to earth systems, earth to space. All these things are possible. Those spaces to be, protected. But the war, when it comes, space will also be used. So that's why we need to develop a missile which can go to space and hit the enemy satellite. There's a mission Shakti which has been anti-satellite mission which has been performed very successfully by India. So we are looking at the development, early development of all these missiles, which was conceived by Dr. Abdul Kalam in 83. He mentioned very clearly, don't look at in a small way. Look at the future, futuristic technology, newer concepts, quantum leap we have to do so that you can overtake even the developed countries in concepts. So this is what he taught us. And based on that, you have got today the re-entry, full re-entry vehicle we have. So any distance it can go, we can definitely have. So this is the Agni mission. Now presently we have 5,000 kilometer, but we can have any distance we can have. Another one is the submarine launched missiles. These are also very long range missiles with 3,500 kilometer, but submarine is movable, anywhere it can go. So these are all nuclear capable systems we have to make military might for our country. And we have got an attack weapon, not non-nuclear precision attack missile we have, that is BrahMos, the only operational supersonic cruise missile in the world, sea, land, and air. And that's available to all the three services. So this is one of the flights you are seeing from Sukhoi, which is dropping the BrahMos missile. It is over Andaman Sea, and the target is given 300 kilometers away in Nicobar Islands between the two red points. So you have seen that even without a warhead, this can make a lot of damage. With the warhead, the whole place will not be there. That's what we don't use warhead for launch. So compared to the topmost missile, cruise missile in the world, that is Tomahawk, the Americans have got, they are 3 times faster, 9 times energy-wise we are higher, and 2 to 3 seconds a missile can go, and it is a versatile. Many places it can be, any place you can use, any target you can hit is undefeatable. So the whole concept here is, can we leapfrog, mind to market and brand. Innovation is speed, precision, and power, thinking ahead. So these are aimed at the future. See that we don't look at today, we're looking at the future. So for that, you need best project management practices. Competency build-up should take place, integrating all the innovator, all the stakeholders and technology resources to achieve a world-class product. So we are working on the hypersonic, which is again a step higher than the BrahMos. And we are looking at BrahMos 3, that is later in 2047. It should be like Sudarshan Chakra, reusable, operated by mind. Because we have moved from dumb systems to genius systems, we have come up to that. Now we are talking about transhuman systems. How man can play a very important role because of the advent of microwave, high power microwave, electronic systems could be jammed. Nothing will happen, everything will be stalled. So the only option is we have to use our mind to operate systems. That is the future. So looking at all these things, we are seeing that India, if you see the right side of the growth, prosperity, we declined, but now we have woken up and now we are moving ahead very strongly with the 800 million youth presently being there, which will go to 1 billion in the year 47, and 8.5% growth rate. If we continuously do it with the industry making products for the world, the future is for India. Economic prosperity wise, we will be having 40 to 50 trillion economic growth, Energy security, all our plans are to get up try to achieve the energy security. Space dominance, we approved. We are going further. Military might, we have industry is absorbing new technologies. Skill and creativity will be there. We have big programs are launched for skill development and transparent leadership, sustainable development that will give societal happiness. If we can do that, India will be at the top and its flag will be flying very high. So PMA India is committed to build competence in youth to transform India a global leader. So it is our responsibility to see that when India is growing in all these directions, we have to contribute for developing the youth with competence. That is what we are attempting. So when we are inspired by some great purpose, some extraordinary task, all our thoughts break their bounds. Our mind transcends limitations. Your consciousness expands in every direction, and you find yourself in a new, great, and wonderful world. Dormant forces, faculties, and talents come alive, and you discover yourself to be a greater person by far than you ever dreamt yourself. When you are inspired by some great purpose, then only all these things happen. So we have a great purpose to see India economically a strong nation, developed nation in 2047. Thank you.